Hey guys, Darkman here, and recently Season 3 of Invincible Fight Man just ended, and goddamn what a ride that was. I've been watching since way back in Season 1, and I've always heard great things about the original comic it was based on, so naturally, I was pretty excited to see what happened in Season 3, and I thought it was really great, mostly because the stuff that happened in it really surprised me, which is of course because I didn't see a single spoiler for anything that happened in it beforehand. Not one spoiler did I see! You see guys, the thing about the Invincible Fight Dudes fanbase is we're actually very friendly to what we in the biz call noobs. As someone who's watched up to Season 3, when I see someone about to start this show from the beginning, it makes me really happy because I'm ahead of them. I know more than them, and that gives me power. When I see them start to get attached to a character that I know is gonna die, I think to myself, man, that person is gonna have a really bad time soon. Not that I would ever spoil it for them, I'm not some sort of spoiler man, but you know, maybe I subtly drop a cute little line like, oh boy, Cheese Man fans are gonna have a bad time after episode 7, lol, or hey, don't get too attached to Cheese Man, guys, that's a bad idea, lol. LOL stands for laugh out loud, by the way. You see guys, saying something like this is not a spoiler, because nobody could possibly understand what I really mean by this. And like I said earlier, this isn't about spoiling things for people, this is about power. I don't watch this show to appreciate the story, I watch it for power. There is power in knowing things, guys, and the further I am in the story, the more things about it I know, thus the more power I have. And when there's somebody who isn't as far in the story as I am, I have power over them. I know more things than them, therefore I am the superior fan. So when I say something like, hey, don't get too attached to Snake Legs Jimbo, guys, lol. LOL stands for laugh out loud, by the way. That's just me exercising my power I've gained from the knowledge I've gained of things that happen in this cartoon by watching said cartoon. I've earned this. You see, that's what we do in the Invincible Fighting Guys fanbase. We like having knowledge of things that happen in the story more than the actual story itself. For example, did you know that Big Hand's Dogface is the second strongest character in the Invincible Fellas universe? Isn't that crazy? Doesn't that mean something to you? It must, because I've seen it in every Invincible's comment section for the past 3 years. Thanks for the info, fellow fans. Yeah, that's actually my preferred method of consuming any fictional series. I don't even really need the story. If I just had like a list of all the characters with their stats listed next to them, that's pretty much all I need. I don't really care about the emotional weight of stuff that happens in a story, or really anything that happens at all. What I really want to know is who would win in a fight, Invincible Prime or Greenio from Big Fucker Comics. That's what I'm interested in. Who has the most power? Who has the strongest feats? Who has the most aura? These are the things I need to know. People are always like, oh, look what the story has to say about the effects of trauma. It has a great message about morality and blah blah blah. Shut up, I don't care, okay? Did you know about Febreze Man, a character that won't show up until Season 6, whose combined power is even more powerful than the full power of Dr. Power, the 8th most powerful character of all time? Power? Doesn't that mean something to you, man? Now I know what you're thinking. Wait a second, Darkman, how do you know about Febreze Head if you haven't read the comics? I thought you only watched the show. Well, actually, guys, the truth is, right after Season 3 ended, I read the entirety of the Invincible Fighters comic, and now I know everything that happens in it. Yes, thank you. I know, I read something. I know, it's very impressive. I know, I read a comic. I did it. You can be impressed. I read a comic. Okay, completely honest though, I didn't actually, read it. I just sort of went on Wikipedia and read the plot summary, but that's basically like reading the actual thing. I mean, I know everything. I literally know all the things that happen. It's actually better than reading the comic like some fucking nerd, because now I have the knowledge and I didn't have to waste my time reading the story the way it was meant to be read to get it. I have knowledge of how in Season 5, the Invincibler gets sent through the red portal and comes out 57% more stronger, making him rise up to number 28 in the rankings of strongest people in Invincible World. I know these things now, these numbers, these stats. It's an incredible feeling. That's how all fights work, you know? It's about which guy's stronger. If you put a guy with 99 power against a guy with 97 power, the first guy's gonna win every time. So I need to know who's stronger than who, so I can satisfyingly organize them in my head, because organization's an innate desire of all human beings. So who cares if I didn't actually read it? I know what happens in it, so I have all the information I need. The information about power and stats and aura. I know these things now, and that's all that matters to me. You know, I could have read any Wikipedia page. I could have read up on how viruses work, or how they make touchscreen phones, or what convergent evolution is. Isn't that crazy? They don't even know each other, and they both have the same idea. How the hell do they do that? Not to say people should be learning serious stuff 24/7, that's a little ridiculous. It's okay to have fun sometimes. But why do I care more about having the knowledge of things that happen in a story over the journey I would have taken to get that knowledge itself? When I leave a comment to inform new fans of the fact that Dr. Spacemouth, a character that won't appear until Season 7, is the 3rd strongest character in the comics, why am I doing that, man? Who is that for? Is that really how I want new fans to learn this information, just as a series of fun facts about a universe that doesn't exist? Or would I rather them learn these facts organically by experiencing the story from start to finish, empathizing with these characters and trying to understand why they act the way they do, all the while learning more about humanity as a whole because they're reading something written by human beings other than themselves? Is that not the point of all stories ever written? Nope! Aura, bitch! Did you know Orangius, king of the Orange Realm, once fought General Dumbbell and won? Did you know King Man is the strongest character in the whole universe? He once punched a planet and exploded into a bunch of smaller planets? Did you know Dr. Invincible used the power orb to become even more powerful than the most powerful guy of all power? Did you know Mr. Gunleg kills Professor Vampire by drowning him in a pit of lava, but Professor Vampire actually he doesn't die, he comes back because he held his breath in there the whole time? Did you know Screwdrivio is 27% stronger than Renshonius? Did you know about Sortington? Actually, I'm not going to tell you about Sortington, but just don't get too attached to him, alright? Did you know the reason Mr. Invincible is so strong is because he was infected with the Invincible virus in 2017? Did you know Invincible Fucker's costume is not actually blue, it's cyan? Did you know Big Vince has a son named Larry and he gets married to Horsatron and they have a kid named Laratron? Did you know Shoulders Man can fight Superman and lose? Did you know I don't know any actual interesting facts about the world, but I still like feeling smarter than other people, so I have to use my knowledge of fictional worlds to spit out facts about the shows I like so I can feel like I know more than other people even though it's completely worthless information in real life? Holy shit. My life is stupid and meaningless. I gotta kill myself. Well, don't get too attached, am I right?